Ladies and gentlemen, your official introductions. First up, fighter standing in the blue corner. Fighter 27 years of age, standing 60 points control. Weighing at 76.6 kilograms. He makes his debut this evening, fighting out of Team Elite, Rich Jones. And across the cage in the right corner. Fighter is 18 years of age, stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. Weighing at 77.5 kilograms. He too makes his debut this evening, fighting out of Supremacy MMA, James Doolan.
Referee Paul Crosley, beg your pardon, about to get our third fight of the night here at Rage in the Cage 4 underway. A couple of debutants in the cage. Rich Jones in the blue shorts taking on James Doolan in the light blue. Doolan immediately shooting for that single leg, gets it.
Yeah, good work from Doolan on that single. Kept his neck out of danger. Now he's got top position. Obviously going to be the game plan for him. But to his credit, Richie Jones staying active off his back, Brad.
Well, looks can be deceiving. Jones looks to be an exceptionally well put together individual. James Doolan looking a little bit softer, but he's all over his man at this point, Dave.
Yeah, excellent use of that underhook there. Just powering his man, maybe looking for a guillotine, maybe.
Nice knee to the body, keeping Rich Jones guessing. Jones answers back with one of his own, though.
Yeah, credit to Jones for getting back to his feet there. Oh,
big
beautiful
knee to the head by Jones. Another one. Third knee. That's wobbled his man. James Doolan not going down, though.
Wow, what a chin from James Doolan, because that knee looked flush, Brad.
The third one in particular landed very, very sweetly on the chin. But Doolan now, again looking for the takedown. He's got to watch his neck here, though, Dave.
Yeah, again, we're seeing that sort of modified guillotine. We saw it in the last fight. It's going to just push her. There's tremendous torque from the standing position, but to his credit, Doolan doing the right thing. He's forcing his man to the cage. Doesn't look in too much danger. He's going for the takedown himself, Brad. Fantastic takedown.
High crotch takedown there from James Doolan. He wants this fight on the ground, there's no doubt about that. He's got it there once before. Will he be able to keep Rich Jones on the mat this time?
Yeah, he just needs to concentrate on just safeguarding this position, really. Just not concentrate on the pass for now, Brad. I mean, top position in guard is going to be fair enough. And in these 3-minute rounds, it's very, very difficult to win a round if your guy gets good top position. He can stay here for the rest of the round and make a good case in front of the judges.
Active from his back so far is Rich Jones. No change here. Seems to be all James Doolan can do to keep his man on his back at this point. The hips very, very active from the man from Elite MMA.
Yeah, Doolan doing well at the moment just to keep those hips square. He's just got to work on his posture really at the moment now, Brad. He's got to posture up. Standing passes are very popular. He's looking for one now.
Trying to take the back here. Trying to climb on, get those hooks in. Takes back position in the scramble. One hook in for James Doolan. Both hooks in now. Both hooks sunk in again. Going to be looking to flatten his man out here, Dave.
Yeah, good work from Doolan at the end of this round. I think he'd be well versed to just throw in some strikes here, Brad, and keep busy in the eye of the judges, because it's unlikely he's going to secure the submission at this time.
First round in the books, and we move to the second round for the first time here tonight at Rage in the Cage 4. All action first round there between Rich Jones and James Doolan. And Dave, for me, James Doolan did just enough in that first round with the takedowns and the top control.
Yeah, incredibly tough round for the judges to score, because you know, maybe the most concussive blows were certainly coming from Richie Jones. Those series of knees were absolutely brutal, but you're quite right. I think overall they'll be looking at the controller, James Doolan. He secured a couple of takedowns, and towards the end then he got good position, had both hooks in on the back. I would have liked to see him maybe just throw some strikes, Brad, in the end, just to cement that round. But yeah, good round for both fighters, and it's a very evenly matched fight here at Rage in the Cage.
Well, we talked about looks being deceiving, and that certainly appeared to be the case. Doolan looking like the much softer of the two, but went hell for leather against Rich Jones in that first round. It'll be interesting to see how those gas tanks fare as we move on to the second and third. second of three-minute rounds about to get underway if they need them.
Yeah, at this amateur level, guys often won't know too much about their opponents. Obviously, if they're making their debut, there's going to be no footage out there. So now I think both guys know what the other one wants. You know, Doolan knows he wants to get to the ground, as he's just done, and Richie Jones knows he wants to land those big knees stood up.
It was a nice start from Jones on the feet, a nice leg kick landed and a straight right hand behind it. But immediately changing levels was Doolan, and now he's got the back again. Lots more time to play with this time though, Dave.
Yeah, only a single hook in at the moment, but he didn't have any trouble securing the second hook in the first round. And as you say, he's got plenty of time to work for that sub now. He was fishing for the arm at the end of the first round, so it'll be interesting to see if he sticks with his choke or maybe goes off for the armbar.
And you talked about landing a few strikes as well. That's exactly what he's doing. Tries to pull the head back. Going to be looking to get that forearm under the throat of Rich Jones.
Yeah, stretching his man out nicely here. His corner's calling for strikes, Brad.
Fighting under unified amateur rules, so those bigger gloves sometimes harder to get in, but he slipped straight into mount.
Yeah, good work to stay on top position there from James Doolan. He's got very, very sound basics. Just trying to push off the face now of his opponent, create that gap and land. Maybe going for an arm here, Brad.
He switched for it. That elbow's in deep, but is he going to be able to use it as a fulcrum? And Rich Jones, it appears, will survive that submission attempt. He's in top position now, and James Doolan closes the guard.
Yeah, and therein lies a little lesson for James Doolan, Brad. I mean, who am I to give him a lesson in fighting? But he had great position there, and as we mentioned before, in these 3-minute rounds, it's extremely difficult to win a round if you give up a position like mount. He went for the armbar, and now he's paid for it. He could have stayed in mount and just kept busy.
A great positional awareness from Doolan there. He hooked the knee, brought his man in, really killed that posture. As we've seen, Rich Jones, for the first time in this fight, really put some offensive work in from that top position. Couple of nice right hands here from the man from Elite MMA. And as the clock wears down, this is going to look good in the eyes of the judges, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, it's excellent work from Jones, but let's be honest, he was really gifted the position. I mean, he showed great awareness not to get caught in the armbar, but it's such a risky percentage move to go for when you're in mount in a 3-minute round. Just stay there and keep busy, in my opinion.
Well, that appears to be what Rich Jones is doing from this position. Sporadically landing that right hand, taking his time, not really looking to pass, just looking to do what damage he can from within the guard of James Doolan. Final 10 seconds of the round. Let's see if he turns up the tempo. Postures up, lands another straight right and another. Couple of hammer fists at the end, and that's probably going to cement the second round for him, Dave.
Yeah, another close round. I mean, it's difficult to see without a stopwatch how long each guy spent in, you know, their particular positions. But, you know, I don't want to keep bleating on about it, but for James Doolan, he kind of gave that round away if the judges did see it in the favour of Rich Jones. Certainly a close round to score, as was the first. It's going to be very interesting going into the third. I mean, I expect Doolan to come straight out and hit that takedown, because he's realised now that not only is Rich Jones dangerous on the feet, but if he gets top position, he can also be effective, because a lot of those shots were going through the full guard of James Doolan. He was getting hit often towards the end of that second period.
Taking a look at both guys in their corners. Neither guy looking too worse for wear, but if I had to put my money on one man, it'd be Rich Jones, looking that slight bit fitter as we head into this third and final round, Dave. And perhaps that's going to play a part.
Yeah, going to be extremely interesting to see the start of this third, because James Doolan, he doesn't want to telegraph this takedown, Brad, because as we've seen, Rich Jones has got dangerous knees. But beautiful level change there, in on the single leg.
Tenacious work there from James Doolan, chasing him around the cage to get that single leg straight into side control, and he's going to take the back again, Dave.
Yeah. From this point of view, now he's just going to cement these positions and just go to work.
Final 3 minutes. This bout could be anyone's, and it could very well be the man who puts their stamp on this third round that has their hand raised. If we get to the judges.
Head and arm choke, maybe. Stretched his man out beautifully. Mal maybe looking for head and arm.
For it.
It's
going to want to step over. Oh, he's lost the head and arm choke. He's going to look to pass the guard here, try and pull that right leg through and step straight into mount, and he does. And let's see, Dave, if he does roll the dice on that armbar again.
Yeah,
from this position.
Great work from Doolan. I'm sure his corners said to him, just secure that position, just rain down the strikes. He looks so dangerous in top position. And to be honest, Richie Jones, he was very active off his back in the first round, but you know, fatigue's going to take its toll, and James Doolan's a heavy old lump on top of you there, and he's done well, as I say that, to regain half guard.
Doolan looking to pass
beautiful
through
escape
again,
out the back. Oh, hard on that wizard from James Doolan. Excellent work. You can just tell he's got great grappling basics, this kid.
Jones trying to shrimp out there, but Doolan heavy on top. Back to his feet though is Jones. Jones looking for a takedown here, Dave.
Wow, what topsy-turvy action here at Rage in the Cage. Fantastic matchmaking from Ant Bailey and the team down here, because these two are going tit for tat throughout this fight. Fantastic fight here.
Well, Doolan really put his stamp on the beginning of this round. There's not going to be too long left for Rich Jones to do something about it. He's going to have to finish strong here, Dave.
Yeah, Doolan, to his credit, he's done well not to get flattened out here. He's staying in a reasonable position. He hasn't shipped any damage as of yet.
The corner asking for their man to posture up and rain down some strikes. Doolan pushing away with the legs, but Jones right back on him.
Loses that single butterfly. Now he's in the half guard on top, Rich Jones, and he's landing some heavy shots. What a great fight, Brad. Unified
amateur rules, so no elbows allowed. Jones, though, doing his best with the punches from this position. He's going to have to go to work here in the final minute of this round, Dave.
Yeah, like we say, it's very difficult for us to see without a stopwatch how long each guy has spent on top. But another close round, Brad, it has to be said, because it looks like we're going to see the end of it.
Final 5 seconds of the round. Let's see if Rich Jones can land some shots and really put some authority on it. And we are out of time.
Wow, fantastic topsy-turvy battle between these two young guys. And really, Brad, you know, we can only guess at how the judges seen it from a commentary position. Of course, we're not in their shoes, and I wouldn't be saddened to see it go anyway, to be honest, because these two both had an excellent showing here.
Absolutely, Dave. 3 rounds of back and forth action here at Rage in the Cage for James Doolan and Rich Jones, putting on a nail-biting encounter which had the crowd on its feet here at the Queen's Theatre in Stoke-on-Trent.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hardcore rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. And we have a split decision. Your winner, in the red corner, James Doolan!
Split decision there, Dave, and James Doolan doing just enough to take it on 2 judges' scorecards.
Yeah, extremely close fight, as we mentioned, Brad. It's very difficult for us to see without a timer how long each guy spent on top. But like I mentioned, at this amateur level, it's all about the performance, and both these guys can hold their heads high after that.